So the weather's coming in, but just to quickly explain what a strombolian cone or a cinder cone is made of, it's made of this very well sorted airfall. So these you can see lapilli-sized bits of scoria that have built up, raining out of the sky as airfall, very angular, very well sorted. And you have alternating layers of this, and then finer grained ash, and then blocks and bombs that were raining down, and these deposits basically built up and up and up to form the flanks of this volcano that we're on. Behind me you can see the lava flows. So this material is not very strong, you can imagine. Layers of this built up, and at some point during this eruption there was a failure of the flank of the volcano, and that opened up an area where the lava flow could leak out, and that's where you can see the lava flow leaked out. So initially you built up the cone, a side of the cone failed, and lava basically bulldozed that cone and started advancing towards the town beneath us. So here I am up on top of Eldfell. Spectacular views and a great way to learn about what is the rocks that make up this top of the scoria cone. You can see this red scoria in front of me. It's very different to the black loose stuff that I was throwing in the air down below. It's still well sorted, it's still an airfall deposit, it's still very angular, but you can see it's stuck together, it's agglutinated back together to forming more competent and solid layers of scoria. And in amongst the scoria there are spatter bombs, so liquid bombs that landed on top like cowpats, building up the summit of the volcano. And it's this material that eventually failed during the eruption. You can imagine a slow collapse of the flank of the volcano down towards the town. And it was this slow collapse as it was being bulldozed by lava behind. And this bulldozing of lava basically pushed out these rafts of cone towards the town as the RR sheets advanced in lobes and fanning out towards the town below.
Okay, we're rolling.
So this is a great place to describe the flow top of an RR lava flow. Here you can see we are about 20 meters above the level that the town is. So we've got a 20-meter thick RR lava flow, and the surface of the lava really lives up to its name, RR. If I was to run in that direction in my bare feet, I would be shouting RR very, very loudly, and that's because the surface is extremely rugged and it's broken up into spiky individual chunks of breccia that are quite vesicular, and the surface has been torn. Each one of these blocks has been torn and ripped to make this spiky, uneven structure in front of us.
Good start. Okay, we're rolling. Take two.
So here I am down on the coast where the harbour almost got closed off by these RR flows coming down from the volcano. You can see a series of lobes of RR lava that came and approached the sea. Right in front of us here, we're looking at one of these lobes end on. And you can see the sea here has eroded the lobes, so you can see a bit what the RR's like inside. Earlier we were just walking across the rubbly, spiky surface, but here you can see inside the lava is much more massive, but it's still quite fractured. And you can see the shape of it as an individual lobe or tongue coming towards us. And it's on the order of several meters or even 10 meters thick of just coherent lava. We'll just go round the corner to see what it looks like from side view. So now we have this beautiful side view cross section through an RR flow lobe. This is a beautiful example of a ramp structure where you can see a bit of behind the RR flow has ramped up, making some of these classic spiky RR tops. You can see one bit of lava has ramped up above the other. Over here you can see the fractures giving us some flow direction, and you can imagine this trundling RR flow advancing towards the harbour here, and you can see the internal fractures representing this flow direction, and you can imagine it would be just like a giant conveyor belt with this RR rubble piling over the front of this tongue coming towards the ocean. And imagine during the eruption there were 70 huge, tough Icelanders with hose pipes squirting water frantically at the front of this to try and cool it down and to try and slow its advance to close off the harbour.